Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IAS Academy. So today in this session, I'm going to discuss one of the most important issue which is going on in West Asia. And that is something which is related to Israel. Is Israel once celebrated as a symbol of resilience and survival, now standing on the edge of international isolation? Ji haan. Two of its own, if you see Israel, so two of its own prime ministers, former prime ministers, Ehud Barak and Ehud Olmert. So this is Ehud Barak and he is Ehud Olmert. So they actually warned that Netanyahu's leadership may be pushing the nation into unprecedented diplomatic darkness. And across the world, the tide seems to be shifting. And from Brussels to Madrid, from Hollywood to the European Union, let me tell you that sanctions, bans, as well as boycotts are unfolding like falling dominoes. So, in this way, we can see that Belgium blocked these settlement goods. Spain also cut weapon sales. And what about EU? The European Union, which is Israel's largest trading partner, is weighing suspensions as well as cultural boycotts. Meanwhile, a powerful coalition of countries like Britain, France, Australia, Belgium, as well as Canada is preparing to recognize the Palestine as a sovereign state. And after an Israeli attack in Qatar region, even the Gulf is actually buzzing with coordinated responses. But here is the twist. Now, what is that twist? The twist here is, while the world tightens the circle, America actually stands firm by Israel's side. With the Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Antony Blinken ने declared किया है that this bond between US and Israel is unbreakable. So this is the scenario. Now, the question here is, so the question that actually shakes the international politics today is this, that Israel becoming a global pariah. Is this simply another storm it will weather? Let's unravel this story step by step. So what is the context here? Is Israel becoming internationally isolated? So अब इस पर Israeli leaders का क्या कहना है? There are accusations from Israeli leaders, जी हाँ, like Ehud Barak as well as Ehud Olmert. As you can see, these two are former Israeli prime minister and they have accused Benjamin Netanyahu for pushing Israel towards international isolation. And that is why there is a growing recognition of Palestine. As you can see, a growing recognition of Palestine. Now, अब कौन-कौन सी countries हैं जो Palestine को recognize करना चाहती हैं? So, a coalition is formed, and coalition is formed by Britain, France, Australia, Belgium, as well as Canada. These countries announced their plan to recognize the Palestine as a sovereign state in the coming weeks. After that, soon after this, Israeli took air strikes, or you can say Israeli did strikes in Qatar. So strikes in Qatar, what are the responses? So after Israel struck Hamas leaders in Qatar last week, so let me tell you that Qatari officials in Doha, they gathered to discuss a coordinated response कि हमें अब इजराइल के खिलाफ कुछ coordinated response लेना पड़ेगा, सभी गल्फ कंट्रीज को साथ में आना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? Now, before this, like in 2024, early 2024, Belgium restrictions. Now, what are these Belgium restrictions? As you can see here, Belgium to recognize Palestine state, UK outraged over man-made famine in Gaza. Clear? तो आइए बात करते हैं बेल्जियम restrictions की. In the first week of early 2024, if you see, Belgium introduced three important measures. Now, what are those three important measures? As you can see here, first week of the month, है ना? So, with respect to this first week of the month, what they did import ban on the goods from West Bank settlement, import ban on goods from West Bank settlement areas, which is considered as illegal under international law. This is, है ना? So, West Bank, so this उस एरिया से जो इंटरनेशनल लॉ के तहत illegal माना जाता है. Clear? Now, so here the target is West Bank settlement. Second important thing, review of government procurement policy. In a same week, Belgium took another decision, that is review of government procurement policy, which involves Israeli companies also. Okay, इसमें क्या हुआ? Israeli firms who are supplying the Belgian government, उनको टारगेट किया गया. Then third, in a same week, suspension of consular assistance for Belgium citizens. So, suspension of consular assistance for Belgium nationals who are living in West Bank settlements. जो लोग West Bank settlements में रह रहे थे. Clear? So, these laws, or you can say these restrictions, are taken by the Belgium. So, Belgian nationals who are living in West Bank region. Clear? तो ये सारे restrictions लिए किसने? बेल्जियम ने. अब बेल्जियम के बाद ही स्पेन ने भी बहुत सारे मेजर्स लिए. स्पेन्स मेजर, है ना, 1 week after Belgium only. So let me tell you, about 1 week later, है ना, after Belgium, about 1 week later, Spain also introduced various restrictions for Israel. Now, as you can see here, so in the next week after the Belgium, Spain took first important thing, legal ban on real world weapon sales to Israel. And this is done through legislation. इसको formalize किसके through किया गया? स्पेन में legislation के through. Then partial import ban on certain settlement with linked goods. Clear? So partial import ban on certain goods linked to settlement activities. Now here some targeted products. Clear? Then entry restrictions for people or for individual who are involved in settlement expansion. Clear? Or accused of settler related crimes. जो इस चीज को बढ़ावा दे रहे हैं उनकी एंट्री पे भी restrictions लगाए गए हैं. Clear? So this is something which is related to border control policy. And after this, European Union came into the picture. Now, what are the actions that European Union has taken? So let me tell you that European Union, which is Israel's largest trading partner, now European Union is considering the ban on right-wing Israeli ministers from European Union activities. Second important thing, suspending trade parts of the European Union-Israel Association Agreement. And third important thing, European Union also decided to boycott cultural and sporting events which involves Israel as well. And then cultural and media boycott attempts are also taken. Clear? So these are the actions which are taken by the European Union. Now what are the cultural and media boycott attempts? So let's try to understand this also. For example, in December last year, an open letter in Hollywood, I must say, an open letter in Hollywood urged a boycott of Israeli production companies. And they have, why? The reason is because they accused Israel for war crimes as well as racial discrimination against the Palestinians. That is why Yuval Gottlieb, अब ये Yuval Gottlieb कौन है? Yuval Gottlieb is the CEO of Israeli Films and TV Producer Association. So ये याद रखिएगा that Yuval Gottlieb is the CEO of Israeli Film and TV Producers Association. उन्होंने रिप्लाई क्या दिया? That the petition will be completely ignored. We will not let external pressures to dictate artistic freedom or the livelihood of Israeli creators. तो ये चीजें उन्होंने सीधा जवाब दे दिया. अब बात करते हैं फॉर्मर इजरायली डिप्लोमेट्स का क्या कहना है ना? So we need to understand about the perspective of former Israeli diplomats. Okay. Now, with respect to former Israeli diplomats, his name is Jeremy Ishkarov. Jeremy Ishkarov, he was the Israel's ambassador to Germany from 2017 to 2021. Now, what did he say? He said that Israel diplomacy has never been this weak, and he also warned that all Israelis are increasingly being targeted for criticism. है ना? इसी के बाद another ambassador, that is Ilan Baruch. Now, अब Ilan Baruch ने क्या कहा? He is the person, his name is Ilan Baruch. Ilan Baruch is the retired diplomat and he supports a two-state solution. जी हाँ, ये support करते हैं two-state solution को. And he wants sanction force a reassessment of Israel's strategy. And he also said that we cannot defend the occupation indefinitely. And after that, Ishkarov, जो कि former ambassador है, Ishkarov, so Ishkarov also said that we must confront the reality that Israel is being isolated, and that isolation cannot be reversed without meaningful policy change. Now, in this, US की position कहां पर आती है? So let me try to make you understand US का इस पर क्या कहना है, US का इस पर क्या perspective है. So let me tell you that US Secretary of State Antony Blinken, है ना, अब इन्होंने क्या कहा? So Antony Blinken ने एक बहुत ही important चीज कहा during his official trip to Israel. He said that US-Israel relations remain strong. And that is why he quoted that America's commitment to Israel is steadfast and our partnership will endure. है ना? These are the statements given by Antony Blinken. So overall, we can say that Israel is actually facing mounting diplomatic, trade, as well as cultural pressure. After this, Belgium and Spain, they have also introduced sanctions in July 2024. After this, European Union may cut part of its trade as well as cultural activities. And then Hollywood activists, they called for a boycott. Former diplomats, they warn of deep isolation. And yet, the United States of America stands firmly with Israel, even as allies move toward recognizing Palestine. But US is with Israel. We need to understand. So overall, we can say that history is actually filled with the turning points where nations stood at the crossroads. For example, South Africa during the apartheid, the US during Vietnam War, Russia in Ukraine. So today many wonder if Israel is approaching its own defining moment or not. From Belgium trade bans to Spain's entry restriction, from Hollywood boycott calls to European Union threats, the signals are unmistakable. That is, isolation is no longer a distant fear now. It is knocking at the door. And that is why former diplomats, they warn that this path is unsustainable, that the occupation cannot be defended forever. And yet, in this, Washington, they have given their clear message that America's commitment is steadfast. Now, my question with all of you, that where does this leave Israel? Is it truly sliding into international loneliness, or will United States of America backing the shield it from the full force of global disapproval? So the answer lies not just in foreign capitals, but in the choices of Israel itself that makes in the coming month. Because in geopolitics, isolation, let me tell you, isolation is not just about the borders. It is about the legitimacy also. And legitimacy, once it is lost, is the hardest currency to regain. So this is the scenario where Israel has to decide its policy. Okay. So I hope this much is clear to all of you. So for more such kind of videos for geopolitical headlines or to decode the geopolitics, you can follow our channel Legacy IAS Academy. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.